What's going on YouTube? It's Balthazar3457, and if I sound tired, that's because I've been awake all night doing Warhammer 40k Space Marine stuff. And I'm also very unenthusiastic, and I'll tell you why. Now, I got the game, and after doing a few videos for the single player, I decided to take a little bit of a break from that and play around in the multiplayer. And that didn't work out so well. And I found out, because I didn't know about this beforehand, which is my fault. I should have done the research. But I'm going to pass this information on to those of you who may be considering getting this game for the PC. Now, there's a couple really big problems with the game. First off, there is no dedicated server support. And on PC, on a console, this doesn't really matter all that much, but on a PC, this is a very, very big thing. And I have included some clips in this video to show you exactly what happens if you are not familiar with what happens when dedicated servers are removed on the PC, because the last game that I recall to do that was Modern Warfare 2, and that had a large number of issues because they did not have dedicated server support for the PC platform. And I've included a bunch of clips to illustrate some of the problems that will arise as a result of this for you. Now, in addition to the problems related to no dedicated server support, I just assumed that the game would have had dedicated server support after what happened with Modern Warfare 2, but I should have done the research, and it's my fault I didn't, but yeah. There is no dedicated server support for Warhammer 40k Space Marine. So if you play on PC, especially if you played Modern Warfare 2, you know what that means. And there are a couple other problems with the game also that I see. First off, there's only two game modes. A domination-style capture points game mode, and Team Deathmatch, which goes up to 41 kills. These are the only two game modes that are currently in the game. There is no free-for-all, there is no anything else outside of private matches. So if you go into a public match, then you can only play these two game modes, and the kill cap isn't adjustable, so your team deathmatch matches will be fairly short, because it is capped at 41 kills as opposed to, well, we'll use Modern Warfare 2 as an example, which had a cap at 75 kills, and that was still considered relatively small. Now, I know I'm making a lot of comparisons between this game and Modern Warfare 2, and the only real comparison is the fact that neither of them had dedicated server support. So if you are not a player of Modern Warfare 2, if you never played Modern Warfare 2, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you play on PC, look at the video clips that I've included for my commentary, and that will pretty much tell you everything you need to know. If you're a console player, this probably doesn't really matter that much to you, because this is an issue with the PC platform. But, and once again, I admit this is my fault for not doing the research and knowing this before the game came out. But if I had known that there would be no dedicated server support for this particular game, I would have reconsidered purchasing it for the PC platform. And in fact, I may have reconsidered purchasing it at all. Especially when you add in the fact that there's only two game modes in addition to that. I will be continuing to... I will finish my series of playthrough videos for the single-player campaign, and I might make a couple multiplayer videos for, the console audience, but to be perfectly honest, this is not a game that I'm going to be playing out of any personal enjoyment, apart from completing the single-player campaign. So, if you are considering purchasing this game for the PC platform specifically, the real question is going to be how much the single-player campaign experience is going to be worth to you, in my personal opinion. I will be doing a more formal review a little bit later, when I get the time, and when I've given the game a little bit of opportunity to make up for its shortcomings. And, yeah. But at the moment, it's not looking so bright. If you can gather that from the background footage that I have that's being displayed, in addition to my commentary. So, yeah. Not really good first impressions for the multiplayer for the PC platform. Yeah, there's a whole lot of problems with it, and that's not something that's good. That's really something that's very upsetting, but once again, my fault for not doing the research and knowing about these issues ahead of time. So, I guess this video's purpose is to forewarn anyone else who's considering purchasing the game for the PC platform who may also not have been aware of these issues. See you guys later.